Hello, this is André Campbell, and I'm your host of Spiritual IV. It's great to be with you on this Wednesday as we take some time out from our day and from what we're doing. And I want to encourage you to join with us week after week. Check out TRP, Total Reclamation Project, with Stan there at the helm, just being led by God. And I want to thank him for all that he does. And so today I want to come with a topic of being, having, and doing. Being, having, and doing. I notice in life a lot of times it seems like a lot that we oftentimes are focused on having and doing and having what having material possessions and doing things, especially things, social things, whether it's on social media or it's a gathering or a party. We love to get dressed up. Matter of fact, some of us miss church because that was an opportunity to really get decked out and get around some other folk, put on some smell good, as I say, and get together. And so we love these sorts of things. And who doesn't love a good wedding that has a good reception? Come on now, open up the dance floor. Who doesn't, we don't love funerals, but we still go and we still gather. I had to straighten up there. Couldn't say who doesn't love a funeral, but we gather together and we're waiting for that repast, right? We want to go and sit down. And of course, COVID-19 has shifted a lot of that and slowed us down. And I believe that many of us now are realizing there's a lot of emptiness in these sorts of things, that really we can be with people, but still, it can be an empty experience. Where can we find more value in that? I want to encourage us today. Let's take a look at a particular scripture in Mark chapter 8. Verse 36, it said, "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his soul?" And I'm going to say, what shall it profit a woman? I believe in equality. So what shall it profit a woman if she shall gain the whole world and lose her soul? And so what do we gain if we are just focused on the material and the social aspects of life? We really end up with an empty experience. There's another Bible verse. There's another Bible verse in Matthew chapter 24, verse 37 through 39. It says, "But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark." And verse 39 reads, it tells us that in verse 39, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. I want to tell you, I've been talking with a lot of individuals of all ages, and people are expressing to me that COVID-19 has really exposed a gaping hole in their lives, and that they realize that all the things they were rushing around to do, all of the material possessions and all of the social engagements, that they really had an emptiness to them, and they were looking for more. And I want to encourage you today that yes, we ought to pay attention to the material and social aspects of our life. There's nothing wrong with having things. There's nothing. I've had a lot of things, trust me, and there's nothing wrong with having them. But sometimes we have to be careful that those things don't have us. And how can we do that? We need to not only look at the material and social aspects of life, but we should also pay attention to the spiritual and to the quality aspects of life. And therefore, we can, instead of just focusing on having and doing, we can actually begin with being. I want to be a human being, not just a human doing or a human having. So I encourage you today, include God in what you do. Remember that you're a child of God. And let me tell you something, God will take care of you. He will bless you. He will guide you in all that you do. I want to encourage somebody here today who may have been living a materially focused and socially focused life. I want you to let the sun shine in. Allow the Spirit of the living God in your life. And trust me, the quality that will come into your life will change. You may not even want to do the things that you did before. God will guide you into new paths. God bless you. And I'll see you next week on another episode of Spiritual IV. In the middle of the week.